So over 2.5 billion Gmail accounts are now in danger after Google's Salesforce database was hacked. And that's basically everybody who's ever sent an email or searched just about anything on YouTube. And these are no joke. It's even gotten me.
Shit. Got your ass.
But does this mean that all your sensitive emails stored in your Gmail, along with the sensitive documents in your Google Docs, and those not safe for work feed photos are now exposed for me to take a gander at? I mean, for hackers to look at?
You're a sick motherfucker.
Not really. Let's go ahead and check out the details. So what really happened was a cyber group named ShinyHunters, and no, these aren't the guys that are sitting there resetting their Pokemon games over and over to try and get a shiny legendary. This is a well-established cyber group that's been behind a whole bunch of different data breaches to include AT&T Wireless, Ticketmaster, Microsoft GitHub, and a whole lot of other things. But anyways, these guys actually were able to infiltrate a Salesforce database, which is tied to Google, and access all kinds of consumer information to include Gmail information, first name, last name, phone numbers, and all kinds of other things that Gmail uses to personalize ads and create that customer relationship with Google and its many customers. So translation, not all of your personal information was actually exposed. Your passwords weren't breached, at least that's what Google's claiming, and sensitive information like that weren't. However, this information can now be used and is being used currently by ShinyHunters and a lot of other cybercrime organizations to conduct social engineering attacks on a lot of different Gmail users at the moment. So this cyber group and many others who have access to this information are sliding into Gmail users' DMs in many different ways to try and exploit them. Essentially, one of the things they're doing is they're sending phishing emails, and they look a lot more legitimate because they have personalized information that they've gotten from this data breach, and they're sending it to users, telling them that their passwords may have been exploited and to click this link to reset their password. They've also gotten vishing phone calls, and they're actually spoofing area code 650, which is where you would expect to get a legitimate call from Google. And they're basically using that personalized information to try and get people to reset their passwords or provide that one-time passcode so that they can actually gain access to a user's account, and then from there pull all the sensitive data information from people. Not to mention, they're also doing brute force password attempts, which they've been using previous data breaches from a couple months ago as well, to try and gain access to people's information. And they're able to do it a little bit better now because they've got that personalized information from this Salesforce data breach. But the good thing about this is mainly targeting individuals who do have Google business accounts or whose accounts are mainly associated with Google. However, that's a fine line because a lot of people utilize Gmail for small businesses, even for personalized information, and a lot of businesses who tie their information to Google with their personal accounts could also be exploited by this. So you should still remain vigilant and try to pay attention to these phishing attempts because they're no joke. And I know everybody's hearing about social engineering attempts all the time. People are being told not to click on these links. They're being told not to give anybody their password, but it can happen to even some of the most sharp individuals who are all about cybersecurity. They can easily be gotten to. I remember a time where I was working for a company, and my company's cyber team actually sent out a phishing email, and it just so happened to get to me as soon as I was trying to resolve a huge outage on the network, and I was already stressed as it was, and they had sent something essentially saying that my time code for my previous week was off and that I had to adjust it. And I was just so stressed out, not thinking about it. I was irritated. I'm like, man, I'm trying to solve this issue, and you guys are sending me this right now, thinking it was a legitimate email from my HR. So I went ahead and clicked the link, and as soon as the website came up saying, "We got you, you failed the test," oh my gosh, I felt so stupid. And I'm so vigilant about these things for the most part. I know not to click anything. In my family, I'm the one who's telling people not to do it, always giving the cyber awareness training to everybody, yet I still fell for it. So it can definitely happen. It can get you when you least expect it. These phishing emails can get you just at the right time, and the next thing you know, you've lost access to your account. Luckily in my case, it was just a test for my company. I had to redo some training, but I was good to go. But this is not always the case for everybody, and a lot of people have gotten their stuff exploited. So this is definitely something you'll want to take into account. But long story short, don't get cocky and think you're immune to social engineering attempts, because they can easily get you. They've gotten me, and they've gotten millions of people around the world. That's why they're still used by cyber criminals now. It's actually the #1 method utilized by cyber criminals to actually gain access to data that they shouldn't have. And it's because humans are the weakest link. We could have the most advanced firewalls, IDS, IPS, antivirus software, yet the one thing that's going to get us is the human, and that's because we're not perfect. So what can you do to avoid having your Gmail account hacked into? Well, first of all, you can start with not trusting any sort of random emails, text, or phone calls from anybody that claims to be Google. If you see anything that comes through that says your account has potentially been compromised, and to click this link or provide a password to this person, if it's a phone call, or provide a one-time passcode to this individual on the phone or via text, do not click it. Do not send the information. Don't do it. Just remember, Google is generally never going to reach out to you for anything. They barely email you, and they definitely aren't going to be calling you. If someone's calling you claiming to be Google, about 99% chance they're not going to be Google. Also, you can use a strong password. Obviously, everybody knows that we should be using uppercase, lowercase, numbers, symbols, and non-dictionary words, yet we still go and put the same password for just about everything. We repeat it everywhere, and generally it's somewhat personalized where it could be easily guessed. We got to stop doing that. We could use a password vault, which essentially will generate you random passwords, and you only have to remember one complex password and save the rest of them within this vault. That's secured and encrypted. We can use those. So you can use a password vault, obviously keep all your passwords safe. And you can also run Google Security Checkup, which will essentially flag any potential suspicious activity that may occur on your account and warn you prior to it actually being approved. Additionally, you should be enabling two-factor authentication on all your accounts, not just your Gmail, just to ensure if your password is exposed, there's another layer of protection that will essentially protect you from being exploited. You should also be looking at your Google account history, and this will show you the many different locations and devices that your account has been logged into. Obviously, if you see something from Uzbekistan or whatever logged into, or from a device that's an Apple and you only have Android devices, you know that's potentially suspicious, and you can go ahead and log that out. And then obviously you'll want to change your password. And additionally, you're going to want to change your password. Even if Google says the majority of personal accounts weren't exploited and it says passwords weren't breached, just rather play it safe and just go ahead and reset everything anyways, just to play it safe. I mean, worse, it's only going to take you a few minutes anyways. And another thing you can do is actually check out haveibeenpwned.com to see if your email has been part of any past breaches. And if you know if your email pops up as one that was breached, you can go ahead and change that password. Long story short, don't click on any links. Just go ahead and change your password, enable two-factor authentication, and don't trust anybody who claims to be Google. Look here, the reality is hackers don't care who you are. They just want your information. And if they get in, they're not just going to find your boring work emails. They're going to potentially find everything to include sensitive documents, cloud backups, dumb memes, and yes, even your feed pics folder. Point is, the breach didn't dump all of your Gmail and your Google Drive and Google Pics on the internet yet, but it did give hackers the information that they needed to be able to potentially trick you into giving them the information that they need so that they can air all your stuff out. We all got skeletons, and that's what they're trying to find. So in summary, that's essentially what happened with these 2.5 billion Gmail accounts that have potentially been affected by this breach. There's lots of phishing going on, lots of scam potential. If you want to keep your Gmail safe, follow the steps I laid out. Also remember, sometimes the only thing standing between you and a hacker exposing all your information is whether or not you're dumb enough to click on a link or provide a password to somebody. But all right, I'm out of here. Long story short, change your password and don't be stupid. Anyways, hit that subscribe button if you want to be updated on any other potential exploits or exposures that could potentially happen, and if you're interested in IT stuff. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.